Morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning.
What's up, Power Plug Radio?
What's up?
What's up, everybody?
Happy Monday. How y'all feeling this Monday morning?
Motivational Monday. We're feeling good. Feeling great. Great weekend.
Great weekend. You had a good weekend?
Heck.
Okay. What you get into, sir?
I got my house painted this weekend.
Okay,
Nice.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I got my house painted.
Feel good when you get stuff done, right?
Yeah. Got 2020 taxes done this weekend.
I did too, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Yeah.
I got started on a new project.
Okay.
E-commerce business.
Okay.
Just a little something on the side.
Little something. That little something.
Also, man, just getting this barbershop book club stuff. Oh my God, this stuff here, man. this stuff is no joke.
The life of an entrepreneur.
Stuff is
You never are off.
So people wonder why I ain't been on Facebook, man. I've been working behind the scenes. I ain't got time right now.
Hey.
I ain't been posting or been on there checking or nothing. My phone ain't even really been in my hands that much if I'm looking for a car.
Well.
Started this other business. Started another business this weekend too. Turo. So, car rentals, peer-to-peer car rentals. If y'all don't know what Turo is.
I'm familiar. So it's 70 degrees. With a chance, with a high of 80.
Okay.
Wow.
All that rain, which was needed.
With a high of 80. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I'll be inside most of the day.
80 ain't hot.
80 ain't hot?
So,
Not for Florida. All right. It ain't no humidity. So it's 80 with no humidity.
I'm just saying, I like to be inside when anything over 80.
Yeah, to me too.
Oh my goodness.
You too,
The
baby?
sun. It's the Florida sun.
I'm telling you, it'll beat you
It
up.
could be 50 degrees. It could be 50 degrees in the
Understand
sort
these
of
Floridians.
Because
Jesus.
you're not a Floridian.
I can't understand it. Like,
80 anywhere is hot.
no, it's not.
Yes,
80 is not hot.
It is hot, girl. What you talking about?
Like 85, 88,
80 is hot.
89. That's hot.
If I get in my car and I feel like I can't breathe, it's too hot. And that's what you get around 80. 75 is like the sweet spot.
Okay.
Actually, 72 is the sweet spot.
Okay.
And if it could
Well, we ain't
be
gonna
that,
be in 72. We at 72 now, ain't we?
I
Like
know.
70.
Well, but 80 is just, it's hot.
Okay.
And then, you get to 90 and it's hell. That's hell temperatures.
Okay.
Hell
Like,
temperature.
oh,
Hell.
no, this is too much.
Hail.
In the hell. In the hell?
Listen,
In the hell.
that's what it said.
It's the beginning.
I can't.
It's the foyer.
Not done. I
In
don't
the
do.
hell.
I don't
my
do
God.
heat. That's not my thing. Heat is not my thing
Not her thing.
at all.
I love heat, really, to be honest with y'all, man. I like being in the heat. I don't mind sweating, getting dirty,
Okay.
because that's what I grew up doing, so I'm a man's man. I don't mind.
Ooh, Lord.
Yeah, I don't mind getting out there, getting dirty, sweaty,
Okay.
getting out there, so.
All right.
Even though I'm an indoor guy, I've been working indoors for a long time. I love being outside. That's where I'm really like the best at, outside. So,
Okay.
but yeah, man, I can do anything. Anything.
Anything. I can do anything.
You damn right. You got a YouTube. You see this YouTube? This damn YouTube will show me how to do it.
Oh, yeah. True that. True that. True that.
I got education from YouTube University.
YouTube University.
A lot of it, yeah. But
Okay.
other than that, folks, I mean, being out here in this heat, getting that vitamin D, a lot of y'all be lacking that vitamin D.
Yeah, you need it.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all, well, I mean, keep it G-rated this morning.
Okay. Anyway,
Get your vitamins.
what's traffic like,
Get your
Paige?
vitamins.
What's happening on traffic,
Get
Paige?
your vitamins. Everybody get your
Traffic
vitamins.
is good.
Okay. No major stuff. I know there was a standoff on Hillsborough in Tampa. Yeah, some guy was, I don't even know all the logistics.
A standoff.
Yeah, he had locked himself in one of the hotels. And, it's a hotel where a bunch of WrestleMania people were here this weekend. And
Was WrestleMania here?
this
This
weekend.
weekend.
Really?
And
Man
so,
barricaded in one room with gun.
There you go.
Yeah, man. What's wrong with this fool?
I don't know. Trust me. Nobody knows.
I mean, what so
Just feel
what
bad
what
for people.
So the backstory here is it says armed man barricaded himself in a room at a suburban extended stay hotel in Hillsborough, Tampa. Hotel has been evacuated.
Had to pull people out in the streets at 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Tired.
Officials said
They go in
received
the
a call.
room.
They received a call at 11 p.m. Sunday about a man with a gun at the hotel. SWAT team came to the hotel. Authorities said trying to negotiate with the armed person. Hillsborough Avenue shut down both directions outside of the area.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on now.
Well, it's just a standoff right now. I mean, it's still
It's
probably
still
out there.
going on now.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, it's
Since
sad.
11 o'clock last night.
Yep. So
That's crazy.
Yeah. People are hurting. I know that's not a reason to barricade yourself in a room with a gun, but how many cries of help he probably did and nobody paid attention. So now he has to be drastic. So I feel bad for people.
And he's still standing off.
So y'all heard about the alligator, right? Dead 12-foot alligator stomach reveals a spark plug, bobcat claws, bullet casings, and 5 dog tags.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, he ingested it. Yes, I think
Yeah.
I heard that. Yes.
Yeah. That.
Lake McGore?
Oh no.
She calling out the lake. I know which lake it was.
They got many gators in there.
Oh,
Thousands.
Lord.
I'm talking about this gator is huge. Look at the head on this
He
gator.
might have ate a
man.
person that had all that on.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. With the head like this.
What he doing with a dog tag? They need to look up that person.
5 dog tags.
5. So let's just check and see if them people still alive.
They looking for their pets.
Damn.
There they
Dog
were.
tags. Then they
A bobcat claws too.
bobcat claws. You know what that is? That's steel.
What? This
Oh.
gator been tripping. He been eating
Hold
dogs
on,
and
hold on.
bobcats.
I'm
Still.
thinking of bobcat the damn tractor.
Yeah, shut up.
No,
Okay, somebody
bobcat.
steal.
No,
Got a real bobcat.
a real bobcat. Huh?
Not a real bobcat.
Yeah. I mean, you know how bobcats get close to the water. They got a drink.
So they didn't eat the dogs. He didn't eat the bobcat. What
What's
else did he
Where
eat?
are they? They got bobcats.
I know, right?
what I'm
That might have been
talking
helpful that he ate the bobcat.
He done bust out
Where
the
was
mouth.
this?
That's
What part of
steel.
Florida? You know it's Florida.
I have no idea. It didn't
Oh,
say.
wow.
That's what I said. Like,
Yeah.
where's that?
Tampa Bay braces for red tide outbreak after toxic
Oh.
wastewater leak.
Yeah, well, we knew that was coming.
Did we?
Stay away from.
Yeah, because of the whole that little
Maximum.
thing that they said was going to get into the waters and it was going to cause the one that's in Palmetto or something, some kind of emergency evacuation. It happened last weekend. It's something about toxic water in this plant was going to bust loose and get into the water. And
I mean, like that's it. When something get into
that's
the
it.
water,
That's it.
really
It
all
throws
you gotta
everything
do.
off.
I
So
mean,
now,
things have been getting out of water for years, y'all.
true that, but
Our
not
ocean has been
stuff.
contaminated for a long time.
Yeah, this particular place, it's supposed to be very toxic plant. I guess it was cleaning the water. I don't know what it was doing, but
It says right here that the uncontrolled release of millions of gallons of populated wastewater at Piney Point
that's it.
into Tampa Bay is raising concerns about a massive wave of harmful algae blooms.
Algae blooms.
Algal.
Algae blooms.
Algal.
It's algae
blooms.
blooms.
It's not algae.
It's
A-L.
algae blooms.
That's what that is.
Anyway, it's gonna get in the water, and we might have a red
It's
tide.
algae blooms.
Let's just pray that doesn't happen.
It's one of those
Maximum.
words that's just don't sound like how it looks.
That's just what it is.
Yeah. But Because algae blooms, that's what was calling the red tide. Remember, everybody was like, "Oh, the red tide, this, that, and that."
Like I said, I know they're gonna shut down Maximo. Maximo known for that red tide over there.
Yep. It says warn neighboring communities as far as from being out of the danger zone. Outbreak from unprecedented amount of nutrients being dumped into Florida's largest estuary. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's bad.
Well,
y'all.
we were
stay out of
over
the,
there,
stay out of the
remember?
water.
We were. That's what I'm
over
saying.
there.
We were there at the time.
because we got a text that says, what it says?
It's an emergency.
Get out.
Evacuate
Yeah.
now.
What?
Yeah, we were in the area. That's how I know about it. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be paying no
We were
damn
in the
attention.
area.
But we happened to be there, and it was like evacuate now. We were like, what?
What's going on?
Don't drink the water. Don't drink the water.
But we didn't know when they
was
when they
talking
said
about.
evacuate. We started like, well, what the hell? And I said,
Looking
yeah,
around.
the day we come out here in the boonies, they talking about get out, go back, don't come in here.
What?
We was on our way back to the house. So
Be careful,
thank
people.
God.
Oh man.
Red tide.
Red tide is, if it comes, it's really going to affect a lot of businesses, and that's the sad.
Well, it did the last time.
Yeah,
and it was not good.
I remember.
So did y'all hear about the daycare?
Bless you.
Bless it.
The daycare says not one black child has food. Viral image shows only the white kids in daycare class eating.
I heard about that story that all the kids were eating in this. I thought it was just one little black girl.
No, it says a live stream of a daycare center classroom captured caregivers apparently feeding white kids before black children in Georgia, sparking accusations of racism against the center. The classroom at the Kids Are Kids location was reportedly being live streamed so that parents could check in on their kids to see how
So
they
they
were
so
doing
daggone stupid. You
throughout the
gonna do
day.
that and know you live streaming.
One parent of the 2-year-old boy noticed how white children were eating lunch while the black children in the class were not. Macaulay took a screenshot of the scene, which features all the children sitting at tables. Plates of food are only in front of the white children. They are skipping all of the black kids, it seemed like. Macaulay told CBS 46 all the white kids got their lunch and all the black kids had to wait. From the videos and pictures we saw today, we're just completely disturbed. So she went immediately to Roswell Daycare Center to pick up her son after witnessing the live stream. He added that she confronted the director of the center while there. I'm not really sure because I'm not in the classroom. Maybe it's a dietary thing. He recalled the director telling the child's mom. According to the Daily Mail, the mother, the family of the 2-year-old posted the screenshots on Instagram where it went viral.
Yeah, I heard about it.
This is truly unbelievable. You better know.
About that.
This won't be the last time you hear from me on this issue. User Marquise the Great wrote, along with the screenshot, why does every white child have their food? Not one black child has food in front of them. Thank God for cameras in classroom because there is no way to hide this racism. In the year 2021, this is truly unbelievable. As blacks, we always strive to send our kids to schools in suburban areas, but I'm telling you firsthand, this is not always best. They continue, this is not a black or white issue. It's simply wrong. The account
Well,
tag
it
the
is a
Kids Are
black or
Kids
white
corporate
issue. Who
office
the hell said it ain't a black or white issue? Why else would it be? You got a classroom of kids of all races. All the white people are eating and the black people are not. How is that not a race issue? I get tired of hearing that. Oh, that's not what it is. That is what it is. Don't try to gaslight me. You got white kids eating and white kids not. Period. Oh, I seen it. I seen it. I was furious. And I said, you know what? I can't watch it no more because I'm so sick of it.
So the school responded. They said the interactions captured on the video by one of our families yesterday is disturbing and not in accordance with the inclusive culture that we promote at our kids amongst our families, their children, or our staff. After further review and much consideration of the photo video in question, our company has decided to terminate that franchise's Kids Are Kids contract and branding effective immediately, leaving them to operate independently. We apologize to the family, the community, and all of those impacted by this situation. We will use this as a learning tool to remind our Kids staff on the importance of diversity and inclusivity. As a result of this decision, our corporate office will assist any displaced families with locating preschool options if in their respective
lawsuit. That's
area.
all that's about.
That's
now.
it.
That's all that's about now. It ain't got nothing to do with exclusive.
If I found out if these white people was doing this to my child, I'll be down there trying to kick some ass.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, that's where. And then we would be wrong because we down there trying to hurt somebody.
Man, look at man. My son will be out of that school so damn fast.
Yeah.
This school will have a lawsuit so quick.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
For
you
real.
know, the sad part about it is
I'm talking about so
this
quick.
ain't an isolated thing. This probably happens across the board everywhere.
Just don't know.
That's the scary part of it. It's just, y'all, we getting, like they say, racism and police brutality and all of these things have been happening for decades. The only reason why we're now knowing about it is because there's camera phones now. There's cell phones. There's people recording it. That's why. So this stuff been going on forever. These cops been getting away with stuff forever. So
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm happy that the school decided to put cameras in place.
Yeah.
I wish
Most
more
of them
schools. I wish
should.
more schools would do that.
yeah.
Put cameras in the classroom. That way, parents will be able to see what their child is doing, how their child is acting up, what the
Right.
teacher is
It's
saying.
a two-way street.
You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times you have to basically choose between believing your son or daughter or the teacher.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And if you have recordings of day-by-day instances or circumstances or situations, and you see how things arise, you're better able to police those situations. I believe. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
I agree too.
I just think that this right here is something that needs to go on in every school, because we're wondering why our schools are failing in this area too, right? And we can actually be able to see just how these teachers are interacting with our black children. And this right here is a true eye opener and prime example of what we will be able to find out if we had more schools that were filming classroom sessions.
Yeah.
I think we should try to petition for that. You know what I'm saying? Try to see if we can get more of that inside the classrooms, because again, we see that our children have a real disparity when it comes to a lot of this education, when it comes to a lot of these test scores, when it comes to a lot of this schooling and learning and comprehension. I really wouldn't mind seeing, what happens day to day in a classroom. You know what I'm saying, with my child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, if you're out there, parents, and you go to these PTA meetings and you attend these school meetings and council meetings and things like that, that's something that you guys might want to petition. Because again, if you guys, one of the things you guys can start doing is, if you believe in that cause, I would start getting signatures. I would start getting parent signatures for that school, from teachers, from support staff, and people that support that idea. And I would try to petition that inside your schools, and then hopefully that can be adopted in the whole Pinellas County. Because again, if parents had the option to check on their kids like they did their house. If I had the option to check on my kids like I do my Ring doorbell, like that thing send me a sign a chime
They do
every
it
time
in
that thing.
daycares.
Yeah,
So,
daycares have it, but
daycares
not in
have it,
schools.
so schools could have it.
Yeah,
But sometimes these teachers be raggedy, so not all the time, but sometimes. So I had some raggedy teachers, so they don't want to expose them. But I feel like if police officers have body cams, then classrooms should have cameras.
that's right.
Nisha said they got recordings on the school bus.
They have had those for
But that's been
years.
around for a minute. 'Cause I think they had them when I was on school bus. So
That's only for black kids. They only put them things on there for
But
black
I
kids.
rode the bus, and black kids be cutting up.
yes, they do.
Cutting
Let's not
up.
act like they angels, because I
They
know
be
my sons
cutting
weren't angels in school.
up. I used to hate riding the school
Hold
bus.
on. Did you say they and not we? Because you was on that bus too.
I surely wasn't
And you was
cutting
cutting up
I
too.
I wasn't
hated
cutting
You
up.
can't
riding
tell me
the
that
bus.
you wasn't on there cutting
No,
up
I surely
sometimes.
I
was
was
not.
not
Stop
cutting
it.
up.
Stop
No,
it.
Shirley
Stop
was not.
it.
And
Stop
I used to be
it.
sitting on that bus because I remember I used to have my little Asian friend Liz. And the two of us, we used to just be sitting in our little seat.
Like, here we
And
go.
them
Every day.
kids used to, because we used to have, we were in middle school. And so the older kids, them darn 8th graders, them 7th and 8th graders used to be cutting up. And me and Liz, we had our designated seat. We would find our seat every single day before school, after school. And I used to be so sad when Liz didn't ride the bus because I didn't want nobody sitting next to me. But then when you had the bus that was packed, they used to try to do like 3 people to a seat. And then me and Liz, we were both small. Liz was like a half a stick. I was a stick. She was a half a stick. So anytime it's 3 to a seat, they trying to find our seat. And we trying to push them out of our seat. Like, we don't want y'all in here. Y'all don't know how
because
to
y'all
act.
not act. Because you can't sit still and you
Exactly.
fighting and carrying on.
Exactly. No, I remember one time this boy took off his belt and beat another boy with the belt.
Not with the belt.
Them
Stop.
kids was raggedy. It was another boy. He used to sell sandwiches and Capri Suns at the fights. So people
Get out of here.
Yes,
I bet you he a promoter right now. You should look him up. He probably doing
But
promotions.
he used to always try to sell everything. Like my first experience with hustle was him. And in middle school, he would come with his backpack and his snacks and stuff.
Man,
and
he
then when
ready.
fights would
He
come,
ready to make that
they was
money.
like, "Oh, we gonna record the fight
Oh,
and we gonna
he's a
pass out.
promoter.
We gonna sell sandwiches and Capri Suns at the bus stop."
Get out of here.
Lord have
Raggedy.
mercy.
Look here, man.
That is
I was on that thing
hilarious.
clowning. I know how I used to be on that bus. I was a bad little something boy.
That
Telling you.
is
So no,
hilarious.
I
Homeboy
did not like riding the bus.
Homeboy had his snacks and camera. He wrecked.
He been like, when I think about that now, like how like
was innovative
business savvy he
already.
was in the 7th grade, 6th and 7th grade.
He's an innovator.
I think, does he sell cars down? I can't remember.
Yeah,
I
he
gotta
probably
go to
doing
his
something in
Facebook page
sales.
and go
He probably
see.
doing
But
something in
yes,
sales,
when I
girl.
say that little dude was like hustling from the beginning.
That is so funny. I mean, you gotta look him up just to see what's going on. What's going on, boo? What's going on? How you feeling? What you doing for a living?
Oh Lord, I can't remember his last name, which is crazy that I can't remember his last name because I
That
feel
is-
like I was in school with him forever. Like you get them kids, you meet them in middle school and y'all graduate high school
and
together.
then you move to high school.
Yes.
And then, be with them
And
forever.
that's how it was in Alabama. Like the kids that I went to elementary school with,
You went all through the.
I graduated high school with.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't have that luxury. My mother was a gypsy, so she didn't know how to sit her bus still.
It was luck.
Wow.
I had moved. I like started school in Alabama, and then I moved back to South Carolina for 3 years. And by the time I moved back to go to middle school, it was like the way. Okay, so it's different. It's different here. So in Alabama, it's very like where you live. It's very established, like what schools you go to. So if you live in this area, there's the middle. You have to go to this elementary school. You have to go to this middle school, and you have to go to this high school. So unless you move or you pay $1,000 to go out of district,
Right.
that's just where you
That's
are.
where you
Right,
are.
right.
So you end up growing. Unless y'all move, you end up just matriculating with the kids that are in your neighborhood.
Yeah. I got it. I got it. But even though, I mean, you was one of them bad kids on the bus. I don't care what.
Oh no, she
I
wasn't.
don't
Come
care
on,
what
look
you
at Paige.
say.
I
I
was
don't
quiet.
care
Not
what
hardly.
you say.
I was quiet,
She
right,
was
reading
not
my
hardy.
book. I would read my book. I would do my homework, and I wouldn't have paid attention. First of all, I was picked on a lot in middle school.
Oh, so you was
So,
quiet?
I was quiet. I was picked on a lot in middle
bullied.
school. I surely was bullied. People used to make fun of my lips all the time. So my whole thing was, okay, if I stay quiet and I stay out the way, if I'm unseen, nobody will bother me.
you.
Oh,
That doesn't work.
And so, like for me, it used to just be horrible. Like I just got tired of it. And then when I started cracking back, that's when it
and they
changed.
let you alone,
I
let
was
you
like,
leave
oh,
you alone.
so y'all don't know. I come from a family that know how to crack. Okay, we crack on each other. Now, I didn't want to have to subject you to this.
But since
you want to go there, we can go there because
go
I'm
there.
ruthless. I talk about grandmas, mamas, everybody. There is all no holds
So there you
barred.
go. She was cutting
Damn.
up on the bus.
So at the end of the day, I'm gonna sit here and be quiet. But if
But
you
you better
provoke
not
the
mess with
sleeping
me.
bear,
That's
then I'm
right.
about to embarrass you, boo.
Okay.
There it is.
There it
And we'll
is.
be right back in 5 minutes, y'all.
Bye.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams. You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
We back.
Yeah. And we back up in this piece. So before we go any further, I want to give a moment of silence.
Oh yeah.
To our, one of our fallen soldiers.
Yeah.
DMX.
Yeah, we need to just pump his music today. Just pump it, you know?
We need to pump all the DMX music we can on Power Plug Radio if we can. I want to give a moment of silence to DMX real quick, y'all. If we can.
What was your favorite DMX song?
Hold on, we're going to do the moment of silence real quick.
Okay.
All right, and we're back. Thanks.
So what was your favorite DMX song?
I have a host.
I just need one.
I don't know.
I know what
Top
mine is.
one. I know mine too.
Lose your mind.
Mine is No Love for Me.
Y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Oh
when
my
that
God,
song
it's
came
so
out, I was
many.
like, yeah.
It's so many.
No Love for Me will have you like,
Crying.
you be like, huh? Like you hear the song, and then that's it. You just lose your whole mind. I remember my cousin, she loved DMX. I don't know, I was like 8 years old, and when what is that song came? What was the one? Darkest. What's the one where he's in the red
Darkest
blood
Night.
and the
Yeah, there's
white,
something.
whatever. That's what No Love for Me on. And I just remember when
It's
that
dark
would come
and
on.
it's dark and hell is hot.
I think that's the name of it.
Flesh on my flesh.
Yes, Flesh of My Flesh.
Blood on my blood.
Man, that song would come on, the whole house would go crazy. Like, and I was driving, and I was like, Alexa, play DMX. And that song came on. I know the people was looking at me like, that girl is crazy. But it just brought back all the memories of us cutting up in the house.
I can feel it.
No Love for Me.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight.
Is that the remix from I Can Feel It?
Yep. DMX had some real like slipping or falling.
I like that.
You know,
Get up.
a lot of jams he had, man.
Yeah, he had a lot of
X gonna give it to you.
Yes. Gonna give it to you. I was listening to all his stuff this
lot of
weekend.
stuff,
I don't think I
man.
heard that song you was talking about though.
So I just want to let y'all know, if y'all been tuning into our dance breaks, it's going to be DMX
It's gonna
today.
be DMX.
Money cash. You know,
So
money,
y'all
power,
be
respect.
ready.
You know, what these chicks want from you. Rolling. I mean, it's so much funk,
hits
man.
After hits.
Yeah, he does.
He's the beast.
And he was very influential. So what I found out was that
Great actor too.
Yes.
what I found out is that the little girl from Cradle to the Grave, he actually not adopted her. Well, quote unquote adopted her as
It's her godfather.
It's her
Yes, I
godfather.
saw some stuff where
and they're very close, and you know that was like her
I
best
saw
friend.
something on Instagram where they were showing like one of the last videos before he passed, and they were in the car, and she was singing some song. I can't remember what song it was, and he just was like, you know. So you could tell they had a little
They have matching tattoos,
yeah.
and everything, because that movie was when she was little.
Yeah,
and that little,
he's probably-
what's her name, Paige Hurd, and so she's I think she's
like
close to my age. Or
Yeah,
something.
is she that old? Okay, yeah, I guess
so.
it's been a minute. They had one of the so Yonkers, where he's from, is going to do their own tribute. You know, they're going to have a public and then, of course, a private. But the mayor of Yonkers was just saying how a lot of people didn't know that every year he did Thanksgiving drives for his community. He gave Christmas toys to kids every Christmas, never missed a year. So all the stuff that he was still doing in his community, even after he, you know, became famous, he still gave back. And there's a lot of celebrities that do that, but I didn't know he was doing that. So it was good to hear that.
Well, not one person has said a bad thing about him.
No. They said he was a nice guy. He was
Yeah.
just a genuine,
And-
very religious from
Yeah.
what I hear.
Yeah. There's so many videos of him out in the park preaching and doing and whatever, and you know,
That's the song?
I never heard that song.
Oh yeah, that's that jam. Yeah, that's DMX, y'all.
It's so sad though. You just hope for the best.
Yeah, man. But that's the thing that we have to realize. People just be straight up just fighting demons.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. You have to be kind because you don't know what people going through.
Yeah, people been fighting demons, and we just gotta, I think we're so quick to write people off when they don't fit the status quo. Mm-hmm. But once again, we all have demons. Mm-hmm. We all do. Mm-hmm. There's all of us have something that we struggle with overcoming.
Yep.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And so we have to just show grace to each other, especially in regards to those things.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely do, man. Like I was talking about, I think we was talking about this last week. I think we was talking about this last week, how you never know what somebody else is going through, or what they've been through, or what, has brought them to where they are right now. So, we just got to make sure that we're being very...
Wow. Mickey said, y'all
Lord.
remember when he... Sorry. Y'all remember
Wow.
when he's walking around saying
Okay.
like he lived here. Sorry.
Yeah, he used to walk around all the time. We were just talking about him being in the studio with us the other day. I remember Dog Hall last night was talking about that. DMX was when he used to come down here a lot of being in the studio, he definitely didn't want to leave. He loved it down here.
Really?
But he used to always be talking about somebody out to get him or something. And it was just, him just doing him being who he is or whatever. Hey.
Yeah, sad.
You just think that a lot of these artists, they
Just 'cause
like
they
we
got
say,
money
they go
or-
through a lot of different things.
Yeah.
We just talking, like I say, we were just talking about this last week. We could name a bunch of different actors, artists, entertainers that have taken their lives or have had, some tough times in their life, and they leave too soon. You know what I'm saying?
We don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Robin Williams. Like, remember when he died?
Yeah, that's Robin Harris.
Yeah,
No,
Robin
Robin
Williams,
Williams.
the comedian.
Yeah, Robin Harris too. Shoot, y'all forgot
Oh
about him
yeah. Oh.
from Baby's Kids.
Oh
Don't
yeah.
forget about him.
He killed himself.
No, he died.
Oh no, I'm talking about
been
people
dead.
struggling with demons and
He might have-
take their
he had some
lives and
demons.
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. and
Well,
say
yeah, I'm
he
sure he
didn't.
did. I'm not disputing that. I just was talking about, some of these celebrities that you look up to, and Robin Williams was just always a comedian, always funny, and you would think he was a happy-go-lucky, how, life is perfect, and he in there struggling with depression and all kinds of things, and then take his life,
Right.
Just be like, wow. So people
Yeah.
gotta stop putting value on people based on what they own or what they do, because we're still
What you
human.
mean? Stop being superficial?
Ah, that part.
No, I can't stop being superficial. That's all we know.
Well, we need to get out
Can't
of
stop
that.
being superficial.
We need to stop being that way.
Stop being superficial, then we might,
Might what?
we might just find what we're looking for.
Okay. Well, it's so sad though.
It is.
It's
I was
sad, man.
praying. I was praying he was gonna get out of it. Hey. Oh, wait a minute. That's the
They
not
gonna-
the clean version.
They gonna kick us off of the air.
Don't want to shut us
We
down.
funkin' DMX this morning, man.
We're gonna do it during the break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's
we gonna have
sad.
to do it behind the scenes.
But did y'all know he had 14 or 17
children,
kids?
11 women. That man was
Brother man was leaving his
had
legacy
the
for real.
scripture about being fruitful and multiply.
He took that
on
literally.
his neck.
Oh, he did.
He had a
Okay.
tattoo.
Was it about how many baby mamas?
11.
Jesus.
He had 6. I think he had 6 children within the marriage. He was married to his wife for 15 years, and he had 6 outside children within the marriage.
Wow.
Wow. Brother was fruitful
But
and multiplying for real.
but his ex-wife came out and she said great things about him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
She's like, that's her best friend, that's her mentor, the best man she ever knew. And I think they've been divorced for about since 2014.
Oh, okay. So they haven't been divorced.
But they still had really good relationship and whatnot. I was trying to watch because I had never seen the Iyanla Van Zant episode with him. I was trying to watch it, but you can't find it. Like the full episode, you can't find the full episode.
They probably want to make some money.
You can only find like snippets of it.
Yeah, they're probably trying to make some money, like a documentary or something. So they took it down. They ain't trying to leave no money on the table.
Exactly.
So, did you guys hear about bipartisan support is closing Florida's sexual offender loophole? It says a man who molested 2 young girls at a county pool but has not had to register as a sex offender has exposed a loophole in Florida's law that is a concern among parents, law enforcement groups, and child advocates. It says the story, Ray Lavelle James, who was convicted of molesting 2 girls in 2002, James served 15 years in prison and was given a $10,000 fine. It was expected that upon his release, James would have to register as a sex offender, but the loophole allows him and other sexual predators to live freely in our communities and prowl online without the stipulations of the registry, like community monitoring and residency restrictions.
What's the loophole?
The Associated Press has reported that the number of sexual assaults is steadily on the rise since the registry was formed, and estimates that are 29,000 sexual offenders in Florida. The nonprofit Lawrence Ken started a Lauren Book, my colleague in Florida.
We just need to know what the loophole is.
Yeah, what is
I'm trying
the loophole?
I'm trying to get to the loophole. Let's see.
Loophole.
Let's see.
I know. We don't need to know the whole story. We just need to know what the loophole is.
It says criminals who commit the most outrageous crimes against children, our children will not be allowed to hide in plain sight. To keep our children safe, there are resources. So, it says the loophole has also passed. Well, let me see. HB, it says House Bill 193 to close that loophole and make sure our children are protected from predators like Ray Lavelle has been unanimously passed. Each of the committee stops it must pass before being considered on the House floor. So, it doesn't say anything about the loophole.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point of the article. I don't know why they couldn't get to that.
Well, it's just saying that he found something where he doesn't have to register.
What it is.
Right. So it's not. I don't think it'll be a good idea if they told you what it was. I think they want sexual predators to go find it themselves.
But why are you telling me the story? Because then I don't know what the loophole is.
No,
I'm saying they found the loophole.
Yeah, I'm just saying that right now you guys have to be, cautious and be very concerned about something like that.
Yeah, because now they don't have to register. It's a
so
loophole.
They don't have to. Yeah. So right now I get sexual predators alerts on my Experian credit report thing. Yeah,
really?
they tell me they tell me what sexual predators are moving in my neighborhood right now.
Right. So now that there's a loophole, not all of them going to register.
Right. So
all
now
of them going to figure out this loophole.
Right. So now you don't even have to, they don't even have to let you know who they are. So I got people full name, their address, and everything being sent to me, right? By Experian, So.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
It's serious, y'all. Y'all be
serious.
careful. Because
it
was just a 2-year-old, a 7-year-old young girl. A mom used to leave this girl home with a dude that come fix was a handyman. Mm-hmm. The mom used to lead a 7-year-old girl home with this guy, and the guy used to molest this 7-year-old girl.
Well, I blame the parent on that.
Right here in Pinellas County now.
I blame the mom. I don't like it.
Yeah, why would you?
You don't leave your child, especially a young girl.
7-year-old girl
with a man.
used to be left home, and the dude gave her a sexual transmitted disease.
Oh no, that's horrible.
Yep.
You got to talk to the parent about that. That's
why
crazy.
You leaving this man with your child?
Let me tell you something. What these mothers have to understand is that boyfriends, especially new boyfriends, are not babysitters
with your child.
Period.
No.
I don't understand that. Why do
they
you
are
do
not?
that?
And the same for dads. Your boyfriend, girlfriend, they're not babysitters. You don't know what, especially if this is a new person. You have people who will bring people around their kids within the first 2 days of meeting somebody.
And we're going to talk about that after our break, y'all. We're coming right back in these few minutes. See you at 9.
Girl,
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
Tribute to DMX, our fallen soldier comrade.
I come to you hungry and tired. You give me food, let me sleep.
We love you, bro.
I come to you weak. You give me strength, and that's deep. You call me a sheep and lead me to green pastures, only asking that I keep the focus in between the chapters. You give me the word and only ask that I interpret, and give me the eyes that I may recognize the serpent. You know I ain't perfect, but you'd like me to try. Unlike the devil who just wants me to lie till I die. Lord, why is it that I go through so much pain? All I saw was black. All I felt was rain. I come to you because it's you who knows. You showed me that everything was black because my eyes were closed. You gave me the light and let me bask in your glory. So it was only right that when you asked for this story, I put it together to do our dogs some good. Our dogs being brothers and sisters in the hood. Plenty of times you sent help my way, but I hid. And I remember once you held me close, but I slid. There was something that I just had to see, that you wanted me to see so I could be what you wanted me to be. And I think I've seen it, because I don't feel the same. Matter of fact, I know I've seen it. I can feel the change. And it's strange how it's got me beating down your door. But I've never known love like this before. It's a wonderful feeling to get away from the pain. And up under the ceiling, I get away from the rain. And the strain that I feel when I'm here is gone. I know real, so I wipe away the tears, song. And I almost lost faith when you took my man, Monty, Paso, and Dre's brother Dan. And I fear that what I'm saying won't be heard until I'm gone. But it's all good, because I really didn't expect to live long. So if it takes for me to suffer, for my brother to see the light, give me...
Special tribute to our greatest MC in hip-hop, Earl Simmons, also known as DMX. This is Power Plug Radio. Special tribute, Four Horsemen DJ Super Dave. Let's ride, y'all. He's riding with us. He's riding with us. Turn up the radios. We love you, DMX. Let's go. Go.
I'm falling. I can't get up, and yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up, and yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up, get back on my feet so I can tear. Hey yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up, and yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up, and yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up, get back on my feet so I can tear. I've been through mad different phases, like mazes, to find my way. And now I know that happy days are not far away. If I'm strong enough, I'll live long enough to see my kids doing something more constructive with the time. I know because I've been there, now I'm in there. Sit back and look at what it took for me to get there. First came the drama with my mama. She got on some fly shit, so I split and said that I'ma be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with mad greed, a heart that doesn't bleed. I'm ready for the world, or at least I thought I was. Bagging when I caught a buzz, I was thinking about how short. Going too fast it wouldn't last, but yo, I couldn't tell. Group homes and institutions prepare my for jail. They put me in a situation forcing me to be a man when I was just learning to stand without a helping hand. Damn, was it my fault? Something I did to make a father leave his first kid at 7 doing my first bid. Back on the scene at 14 with a scheme to get more green than I'd ever seen in a dream. And by all means, I will be living high off the hog. And I never gave a fuck about much but my dog. That's my only I'd head off in my last. Just another little come on, headed nowhere fast. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I got to get up, get back on my feet so I can tear shit. Yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I got to get up, get back on my feet so I can tear shit. That ain't the half. Art gets worse as I get older. Actions become bolder. Heart got cold. Chip on my shoulder that I didn't touch. Didn't need a click cause I scared it that much. One deep with the starting for kicks. Catching Vicks, throwing bricks. Getting by, being slick. Used to get high just to get by. Used to have to pop in the morning before I get fly. I ate something, couple of 40s made. I got to get up, get back on my feet so I can tear shit. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling.
listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
We're back with Motivational Monday. We back up in this piece. Power Plug Radio in the morning. Please remember, any businesses out there that want to advertise or promote their business or operation, organization, or events, please hit us up, www.powerplugradio.com, or give us a call at 727-686-0512. If you have any comments about anything that we're talking about today. Yes. So, what did we leave off?
Something I don't want to talk about, but we talking about it.
Oh.
We ain't got to talk about
We
it.
ain't got to.
Look at that, y'all. We'll motivate people today.
Let's motivate. Let's get past that.
Yeah, we'll get past that.
Yeah.
So let's just say, right? Let's just say, you won $1 million like this person did here in Florida. Somebody just won $1 million off a damn scratch-off ticket. What would you do with $1 million if you was to win off a damn
Pay
scratch-off
off
ticket?
all my debt
Okay.
and invest.
In what, damn it?
I don't know yet. I would have to get me an attorney.
An attorney.
You know, somebody who specializes in, well, I mean, not an attorney, but you know what I mean. Somebody, a financial advisor, a trusted financial advisor, and find how I can make my money make money.
Wow, all right. I know what Paige do. Paige is going to expand, be your best you.
No.
I would pay my tithes, first of all.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
What?
that. That should be the first thing you do.
Yes, I would first of all pay
Pay
my
your
tithes.
You will pay $100,000 to the church.
Yes,
Surely will.
because guess what?
God always
I
gives back to his
didn't
people. Do you
get
hear
the
me?
money.
Okay.
He gave me the money.
Exactly.
Okay.
So,
So that's $100,000 gone for Paige. All right. And then what?
I would invest. I would buy an investment property.
One
After
property.
going into the cabins, I really enjoyed that. So I would like to invest in a cabin, like a
Okay.
vacation home, and then rent it out when I'm not there, and be
Okay.
the gift that keeps giving.
All right.
And then I want to expand my business. Well, yes, expand, be your best you, but also get a bigger training center and co-work space. Maybe even get another location, maybe 2 locations. I don't know. But I think that's where the majority of my money would go, because I'll pay off my house, pay off my car, pay my little piece of student loan, so therefore I don't have no debt. That's it. Once those 3 things are paid off. And then I'll be good. I don't feel like I have to take any elaborate anything, because I feel like if I invest in the business and all of my
That'll
debt
work
is
for you.
paid off,
Yes.
I can just live freely off the little, because the money that I'm spending, just saving the money from paying my car note and my mortgage each month, that's trip money, that's travel money, that's fun money. So I feel like that's how I would do it. I wouldn't feel the need to spend anything lavish, because if I invest in my business, it comes back to me.
So would you ever buy anything lavish?
No, I have the car that I want. I have the house that I like. My house. I would buy that house. Well, I would buy that house off, and then I'd probably get another house, and I would use the first one as an investment property. And then I would get the house that I want. But even the house I want is not like.
You want you a big mansion?
No,
Because
what
you
I
gotta
need that for?
maintain that. See,
What I
people have to understand, when you be winning that $1 million and after tax man get it, and you do your tithes and pay off your bills,
I ain't paying
why
no
would you go out there and
Well, you don't have to pay
You
your
don't
tithes,
have
but
to,
let me tell you
but,
something.
yeah.
When you give God the little, He multiplies everything.
That's right,
So you
every
give Him
time.
that
I feel
10%,
you.
and He multiplies it by. People sit and they
I feel you.
wonder why I am able to do what I'm able to do. I'm able to do because I am a good steward of my talent, time, talent, and treasure. I give my time to the church. I give my talent to the church, and I also give my treasure.
That's awesome.
All of those in tithes. And so the Lord has blessed me tremendously, so much so that in 1 month, we were able to generate the resources to pay off our lease for the entire year.
Wow.
Because I was a good steward of the resources that the Lord has given me.
There it is, y'all. So,
it.
What else you doing with the money? Shit. Okay. What else you doing with your money, Tanya?
I think I said what I was gonna do.
I mean, okay, so if I hit a scratch off for $1 million,
Oh, excuse me.
if I had to scratch off for $1 million, I'm going to buy me some stock, and S&P 500. Right, I'm gonna look up find me some ETFs to invest in. Right. I'm also gonna look into some real estate all over the country, maybe even internationally. Do some traveling. Take about 6 months to travel, to find properties, and just live, off the grid or whatever for a few months, and then start a bunch of small investments with one thing that I want to do when I get money is, I don't know if you guys ever seen The Prophet with Mark Lemonis. So what he does is he's a multimillionaire, and what he does is just go around to businesses, right? So it's something like I want to do is just go around to small businesses and see how I can help them to grow and expand by coming in, doing an analysis on their business, and
You'll be a investor, in other words, is what
correct.
you're saying.
So a venture capitalist is something that I want to do. Become like, so if I was to win $1 million, I'd probably become a venture capitalist with small businesses, where I am, become a partner with their business and earn a percentage, right? So that's the one way that I would be trying to make my money grow. If I had won $1 million scratch off, yeah, and probably start a car lot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Car rental business and a trucking company.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just how I would make my money grow.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I feel like, I'm already doing whatever. So.
Yeah, and it's just more so because I want to, it's just more so for me because I want to be able to leave something behind for my son. And if he decide to have some kids, they'll have something too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just more so of, legacy, just thinking, that's probably the only reason I am the way I am, and always trying to start things or do something else, or, because again, I just want to be able to, have something to give.
Right.
And when we talk about, leaving your child with something, I definitely don't want to leave him with the burdens of debt. So, so that's the thing, So yeah, if I had $1 million, man, I would go out and have some fun. And invest, and
fun now. That's for sure.
and we gonna hang out,
That's for sure. We
But
definitely gonna have some fun now.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
We'll be traveling and all that stuff.
Definitely gotta have some fun, man, with that money now. You know what I'm saying? Because you work hard, you play harder. That's the purpose of it.
Yeah.
You work hard, you play harder.
I don't know. Like I said, I think I would just make the money work for me, and then
once you do that,
in terms of get the business to grow, and then just pay myself from the business, and
Right.
you do it that way, and just be done.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I think I would do. Just make it happen, Captain.
Make it happen, Captain.
Yep. So if you was to, if anybody, want to chime in on that, what would you do with your $1 million if you had an opportunity and won it on a scratch off? What would be the first thing that you did? I'm just saying, scratch off.
Scratch off.
No, the lady, somebody
That's
just
what she
won.
on a scratch off.
Yeah, somebody just won off a damn scratch off, man, $1 million.
That's crazy.
So shoot, so if I was to hit that's what I'm saying. You never, how could you expect to win $1 million off a scratch off?
Yeah, that's not something I would expect.
So she might just blow it because she ain't expect it.
But I think also, You should say pay my tithe. I think also though, it's really important to make sure that you take the proper classes, the proper financial investment classes.
Exactly. That's
like
what
that.
I'm saying.
Because at the end of the day, you know, you don't just get money and automatically become a good investor. Like, you know, how you have to learn how to be a good steward of your dollars now. So if you don't save money, if you don't have an emergency savings, if you don't have all that stuff, you're probably not going to have that once getting $1 million. You're probably not going to hold on to that $1 million. Right. You're probably going to squander it. There's such thing as lottery nightmares. There are several people who have lost money.
Yeah, you hear it all the time.
And have had the opportunity to get hundreds of millions of dollars and have $0 to rub together now. And so that's something that you also need to think about. Like, am I a good steward of the dollars I already have, of the resources I already have? And if you're not, you know, it doesn't hurt to take a financial education class. We'll be offering financial education class soon at Be Your Best You, teaching you how to pay yourself, be your own banker, and all of those great things. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, just learning how your money can work for you.
Yep. There it is. There it is. So
I agree.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
That's just kind of where we're at. That's kind of where we're at. With the situations.
Situations.
Like my pastor be saying. Situations.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
So motivational Monday. What else we got to motivate? We talk about how we gonna spend our millions.
You gotta make them.
We gonna make them.
We gonna make them, baby. We gonna make them.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yep. So
Part of being a millionaire is the mindset.
Yeah, that's definitely true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true.
Yeah, part of being a millionaire is the mindset.
That's the mindset.
That is very true.
So did y'all hear this thing about White Lives Matter movement? Did y'all hear about the White Lives Matter
Ain't
movement?
nobody got time for this craziness. What
Did
you
y'all
about
hear
to
about
say?
that?
No, we did not.
Oh my God. So they had a White Lives Matter movement that went in shambles after Antifa infiltration.
I wonder why that happened.
Oh my God. Just days before a series of White Lives Matter rallies were to take place in the cities across the U.S., the movement has fallen into shambles after anti-fascists posed as event organizers and lured unsuspected racists to join several fake Telegram channels. On Thursday, the administrators of the White Lives Matter channels from Seattle and New Jersey suddenly changed their avatar to an Antifa flag and revealed themselves to be a honeypot created to draw in extremists and glean information about them. The New York City White Lives Matter channel followed suit. This marks yet another major setback for the White Lives Matter movement, which began organizing the March for White Lives Matter on the encrypted messaging platform last month. Since announcing the IRL rallies, the movement has been plagued with paranoia, intrigue, and infighting, as well as general lack of interest from prospective attendees.
Can I just ask a question though?
Go ahead.
Who said the white lives didn't matter?
Oh.
Where are they attacked and being killed for no reason in their homes and taking out the trash? And so where can they give me some instances where their lives didn't matter? Boom.
Hey, listen, man, this is a joke.
That's what I want to know. Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's a joke, y'all.
Like,
you know, it's a joke.
No one ever said it.
They're mocking us. Is basically what they're doing.
It's the true sense of, you know,
entitlement.
Exactly. We need something. Oh, no one's talking about us. We need something too. We need to be included and this, that, and the third. And so, yeah, I just think it's trash.
Period.
I mean, that's just the best way to explain
it's
it.
Trash.
Like, it's trash.
It makes no sense. None of that makes sense.
No.
That's what I'm saying. It's all a joke. I mean, these people need to be slapped You know, I'm just serious. These people need to be slapped
It's just
down.
so stupid. All of it is just so stupid. Like, that would be my ultimate question. When was your life not? When did it not matter? If you can just give me some examples, then we can talk about it. But that's my problem.
The thing is, we don't look at them how they look at us.
Okay.
We don't look at white people the way white people look at us.
Well, obviously, because they wouldn't be treating us so raunchy if they did look at us the way we looked at them.
Well, you got to realize, white people wrote the Constitution when we was 3/5 of a human, so we was animals at one point. We had to get that law changed.
But again, and I get that.
We had to get that changed in the Constitution.
Yeah, I was about to say something, but I kind of answered my own issue.
Yeah, so I mean, look at and how many years ago was this? Was this over? Was this 100 years ago?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So why, your forefathers is dust. Why are we still?
And the forefathers didn't give a damn about black people,
right? But why are we still fighting the same rights that? Right. So I don't understand. You have to know that the people who wrote these laws, it was that particular time. We're not in those times anymore. So why are we still trying to uphold laws that weren't right? Like, let's let it go. I don't understand. You want the conflict. You want to keep having a conflict about it. Why?
That's them saying, yes, all this happened if they do that. They still in denial.
Well,
I don't know if they're in denial personally. I think it's
don't care.
I think it's a don't care, and I think it's
what you gonna
we
do
have
about
to
it?
stay in power. And if we start going in there changing what our forefathers wrote, we need to do what they say. That's what they said, and it ain't right, but that's what it is. And we're too fearful that if we give you full rights like us, you're going to overthrow us, overpower us, and we will no longer have power. Is that what it is? I wish we had a white person to tell me.
We will no longer be. There's a shortage of them.
It's more white folks than black folks in this world. I don't understand. I don't get it. I think it's all of this can be fixed. But you have to understand that there are still families teaching their kids this. So that's why it just keeps, they teach them this hate, and that's why it just keeps going. I don't know. There's no answer for it because nobody wants to say, this is wrong. We need to make it right so we can be a better United States. But we don't want to do that because fear. So that ain't motivational either, y'all.
So, motivational. Let's look at that. What that looks like. I was in the middle of making a post that I never got a chance to finish making, but I'll read the quote. I just gotta go find it. Give me two shakes.
2 shakes. Shimmy. Let's shimmy.
Give me 2 shakes.
Maybe 2 shimmies.
Everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Yes, I hear that all of the time.
And it's kind of in line with what I posted the other day when I announced our grand opening. I never knew that everything that is happening right now was on the other side of leaving my job.
Right.
And the fear of leaving something that is secure and stable and guaranteed.
Right.
So many times we allow ourselves to live a not so great life
Because of fear.
Mm-hmm. And so, we have to start to get to a place where we're willing to choose fear over anything else. Choose faith over anything else. And we've talked about this. Entrepreneurship is a faith walk. I don't care what you say. Whoever your higher power is, it's a faith walk. Mm-hmm. It takes a certain level of faith and belief in yourself and a certain level of power to be able to just say, hey, I'm leaving all security and I'm gonna just figure
Right.
it out.
Right.
So whatever it is, it don't have to be entrepreneurship. It can be losing weight. It can be moving to a new city. It can be starting a new relationship.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing, right?
Yeah.
We allow fear
Yes.
to prevent us from experiencing the real love that we should have.
Yeah. That is true.
I'm a runner. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a runner. So the first
She said, "I'm
sign
running.
of
I'm out."
foolishness, I'd be like, "Huh, I'm out of here. Bye."
Yeah.
But I'm learning that is not the best way to experience real love. So to experience real love, you have to be willing to have your heart broken. Does that mean your heart will be broken? No, but that's the risk
Yeah.
that you take.
But it's a risk. Yeah.
It's the risk that you take when you open
But it's
yourself
all
up
relative. I mean,
to
yeah.
be loved and to receive love. And so, but it's the fear that keeps us operating in the madness. And so when it's like, well, why don't we have nobody? Why not this? Why not that? Da 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 da. It's because we are operating in fear.
Yeah.
You know, fear prevents us from talking to people. I had a conversation with a young lady at church yesterday. She's like, you know, how are you able to, like, you know, just talk to the guys and, you know, this, that, and the third? And I was like, because you just talk to them. You just open your mouth and talk. Like, that's
It's not
it.
that serious.
And don't let yourself be so pressed and so overcome with, oh, is he gonna like me? Who cares if he don't? It's not the end of the world.
It's not.
Well, that's well.
And I also had
It's
a
kinda-
guy tell me this weekend.
Okay.
I had never asked a woman out because
Scared that she's gonna say no.
exactly. So imagine all the opportunities you may have missed out on because you're afraid of rejection.
I know. I know it's not that easy. You know.
Punks.
I don't know if it's a pump, but I
You
feel
know,
like
been that way all your life.
Well,
you got to ease your way out. You know.
yeah.
Majority of the time, men just like things to happen.
They don't
You
put
know,
the work in.
yeah, they just like things to flow. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Majority of the time, you'll find your significant other in places that you guys are always at together, like your job. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, or you know, gyms or places that you frequently visit all the time, or your cousin house. You might go over there a lot. Then, you know, your cousin might got a girlfriend or something that you go over there, and she over there all the time, and you might see her over there and link up, and you know what I'm saying, or your auntie might have some friends, and y'all have parties, and you know you have these family get-togethers, and then your cousins bring these people over all the time, and then you see them hanging out all the time together. So it's just more so of a familiarity, I think it is with men than it is with women, and sometimes, you know, it's not, you know, because I've been on both sides where I was just you know, if I seen you and I wanted you, I'm gonna say something to you. You know, and ain't no, you know, it's just, I think that's just in some men. Some men feel like they, you know, they don't want to be rejected and things like that, and they're afraid of rejection, and some men don't care nothing about rejection. You know, yeah, you shoot your shot, man, because you got to realize, man, hey, the more shots you take, the more baskets you gonna make. I'm telling you, you possibly can make, yeah, all that. But I'm telling you, take your shots, fellas. Shoot your shots. If it's one out there that's catching your eye, or caught your eye, shoot your shot. And if she don't like you,
Moving on.
get back on Facebook, bro. Instagram, Tinder,
Wherever
Plenty of
you-
Fish, whatever you want to get on, bro. Cause listen, bro, it's 11:01. It's 11:01, bro. Don't be scared. I mean, even professional baseball players have low batting averages, bro.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, highest batting average they be having is 40%. So you know, and that's the best of the best. So you know, people in the major leagues with .196, percentile. So, bruh, man, shoot your shot, bruh.
I think, we obviously fear is all in the mind.
It is because it's perception too.
Yeah.
Perception.
So a lot of times, we hear people say that and like, oh my God, I can't talk to this person. I don't know this and that. I can't start a business. It's all in your head. Everything's in your head. Because there's no proof of it. There's no evidence that you can't do it. Right. There's no evidence that you can't start that business, talk to that woman, talk to that guy, ask a question. It's nothing.
And that's another reason why men don't like to really, do a lot of in person stuff. Like what
you mean?
Like,
speed dating?
Yeah.
I had to. Huh?
Isn't that this week?
It's Friday, but we ain't got no men, so it may not be no speed dating.
Look at man, we're gonna have
it's
to work.
It's just gonna
on
be
this.
a party. It can just be a party for us women.
We're gonna work on this.
So
I'm gonna get on this.
But
I'm gonna help Tanya out with this. But it's men just they just
special.
No, they just looking for. They just looking, if I don't know.
Y'all special.
Y'all, you know what I've learned?
I don't want to.
I've learned that men are way more sensitive than women.
Yes, they are.
I've learned that.
And I think that's really the language barrier that women need to understand.
That's up by trying to hide it. That they
they're way more sensitive.
Men have a good habit of just shutting the hell up.
No,
and then shutting down.
Well,
shutting down. That's
shutting up, shutting down, and then going to do what the hell they want to do. Because it's like if you feel like that, then I'm gonna go over here where I don't got to deal with this. I'm gonna go over here where I don't have to deal with that. Because sometimes, and I know where y'all going.
I ain't going nowhere because I know where y'all going.
But if a man is dating, right? So let's just say dating areas, right? Just dating, nothing else. If a man is dating multiple women, right, and a woman is dating multiple men, right, and a man is dating a woman who is one way, right, and he likes being around her, you know what I'm saying? But he's seeing somebody else. He likes being around her. He's seeing somebody else. He likes being around her, right? But then after you spend these time with these people, after dating, right, you start to break people down. People start to break you down. And then, certain things start to, feelings start to arise. And then questions start to come up. Like, well, when are we going to make this serious? Oh, what's going on? What we calling this? And sometimes, that's what I'm saying. That's what the fear come in at for the men. When they be talking,
why is it a fear? What
are you talking about? We just going with the flow. We just chilling. We just chilling. It's too soon. So that's like we was it's just too soon, for us to be talking about, get into a relationship after 3 weeks.
Well, yeah, 3 weeks is kind of.
You know what I'm saying? You asked me. You asking? Where are we going with this? After a month.
After a month. Well, no, I feel like, and this is how I feel.
I'm just saying, you dating.
I believe that intention should be set from
in the beginning.
What?
Yes.
You shouldn't be having this conversation.
You don't know what kind of
dating.
You don't want to.
No, this is how I feel.
Yeah, the fun gonna come out of the relationship. I'm telling you.
No, but you know what you want.
Yes.
All the fun gone.
Oh yeah, Nisha, if you having sex, it's not too soon. You damn right about that.
Exactly.
So
see what? Go ahead.
Oh no!
I feel like this.
Yeah, exactly. What's logical about that?
Stupid.
What is logical about that? Oh, we can physically have sex and exchange.
Easy. I can tell you what's easy. I can tell you. Alcohol.
It's not always about alcohol.
It's not.
Alcohol.
You can't blame stuff on everything.
Okay then. Loneliness.
Okay.
Loneliness. Okay. Not being with a man for how long? For a year or two?
I'm confused.
3 months?
What are these
Or a
examples
woman?
supposed to represent? Because I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying.
Why are we having examples? What is the example?
Well, because we're just saying that, in a time frame, right? In a certain amount of time, there's things being, that's going on, right? That we're adults. We've been down these roads before. We've been down these same damn roads before, right? And then what we do is think it's gonna be different, right? So how do we, change these roads? These roads, we go down these same roads. We date, right? We date. We find what we like. We think this is the best option, right? This is the best option. Then we decide to do all this stuff with this best option. Realize the best option that we thought was the best option ain't the best option. Now, was it too soon to think that person was the best option? Because if you look at the amount of time that was spent with the person, that wasn't a long time.
So this is how I feel. Just don't have sex.
Right.
The whole time.
If you can do it.
If you can do it. You're unsure of the person until you realize that they are the best option and you're sure, don't have sex. Take sex off the table.
Take sex off the table. If you can.
They can't do
If you can.
And just enjoy each other.
They can't.
But also
you
gonna have to kiss a few frogs to get to the prince anyway.
Oh yeah, you definitely got to kiss a couple of
So
frogs.
Girl,
that. I'm done kissing.
And just because you run into one little bad crash in a
frog.
relationship, no, you can see if you can get through it.
Yeah, you have to see if that's true. You have to see if you can navigate it. Because what I'm learning that people don't know what they don't know.
And you can't be upset with that.
They don't know. Some people don't realize that there are things in them that have to change because no one has ever told them. There's some things in you that you have to change that you don't know until you get into a relationship. Because a relationship may cause you to do things or bring things out of you that you don't do with yourself.
Right.
There are, for me, I've spent a lot of time alone. So my little weird things that I do, they're normal for me. They're normal for me.
But not
But they're
Ronnie,
not
Bobby,
normal
Ricky,
for
and Mike.
another person. But you don't know they're not normal for another person until you interact with another person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think the key to finding a person or just, it's not about perfectionism. It's about finding a person where you can deal with their flaws. Their flaws are not deal breakers for you.
Right.
Right? So understanding your deal breakers.
Right.
Understanding that person's flaws and saying, okay, their flaws don't conflict with my deal breakers.
Right.
And my pastor was talking about it yesterday. He was saying, if you're single and you want to be in a relationship, you need to change your environment. Right. So if you're only hanging out with single people, how do you know how to navigate a relationship if you're only hanging with single people? He was like, you need to be hanging with married people. You need to be taking notes, asking questions, doing as much as you can to put yourself in the environment that you want to be.
Right.
And just like anything else. He talked about business and all these other things too. But since we're talking about relationships, it's like you have to be willing to put yourself in that place to see something different. So for me, I want to be married. So I feel like I've spent the last couple of years hanging out with married people, asking them a million questions. Anytime I am going through something in my relationship, I'd be like, let me run this by you. It's not telling my business, but it's getting a perspective from somebody who has experience in this area that I'm trying to get.
Right. But do you bring your significant other into those conversations?
Absolutely.
That has to be a part of it too.
Absolutely.
You can't just have a conversation by yourself.
Yes, bringing them in the conversation is important, but
Because you got to be able to have open dialogue, right? Without getting emotionally tied to the conversation. That's just a part of. You got to be able to do that because you'll never be able to get through the forest for the trees because you're always running into a damn tree, one of these problems. So that's what I think one of the things that people have to realize. You have to, if you're doing this, you can do singles, do it by yourself when you're talking with these people, but that's basically more so for your personal development. But when you have couples, when you're talking to married people have to talk to both parties again. That way you can get a feel for, you know, your significant other as well when they're asked these questions too.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, if you don't, then, you know, it's really like fighting an uphill battle, because you still have to get the other person to see your point of view. All right, so.
Well, it's not necessarily you can get them to see it, but they don't necessarily have to agree.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You still want them to see it.
Where you're coming from, but don't just wait until you get someone to start interacting with married people and asking questions, because I do think that in interacting with them and asking the right questions, that's going to also influence who you choose, like your choice going forward. So sitting and talking with married people and kind of figure out, I love to ask men, how did you know when did you know that
She was the one.
And what was it about her that you loved? Like, what made you feel like this is who I have to be with?
I'm sorry, I'm reading Nisha's comments.
Oh, ladies, keep your legs closed. And so I am curious. I always ask that question, and then I ask the woman too, like, when did you know? And a lot of times, what I'm hearing is like, it's when you are there for a person, oftentimes when they are in need, or you feel the void that they were missing. That's when people are like, okay, this is the one. Or, you know, you did something miraculous, or you interacted with their kids, or you did something that's very meaningful to them. You did that thing. Or they just wake up and realize, like, life without you is not the same. You know, it's always something where it's like, you add more value to them.
That's what I hear when I ask guys, how do you know? They say
Anything
that.
else. It's adding the value, whether that's being peaceful. And when women be like, well, I want a woman to be my peace. It's not being docile and quiet and doing this and that. It's taking a different approach.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
it's troubleshooting the relationship.
Exactly.
It's navigating without cursing and yelling and screaming and acting out. It's like, okay, this is how we do it. Same for men. Men, if you want a woman to be your peace, you got to provide a peaceful environment. It's very difficult to be peaceful and loving if I can't find rest in your love.
Right.
That creates the chaos.
Trust me, I know.
But when men be around here yelling, "Be my peace," you got to create a peaceful environment. For
That's what I trust me. Yeah. And that is actually, you know, some of the realest stuff that you can ever say is that, creating a space for that is really hard for people that have been going through a lot of different life experiences. You know, it's just difficult to kind of like well, it's not. I won't say difficult. It's kind of easy if you're able to just identify it, but peace is hard to come by sometimes. It's hard to get your peace when other people's they have their burdens and their problems and their issues, and don't know how to troubleshoot their own problems. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things that you run into is a lot of people can't, troubleshoot or problem solve themselves. So what they do is they tell everybody their problem, or they talk about it a lot to try to get, I don't know if it's feedback, I don't know if it's what it is, but they do it. You know what I'm saying? And what that does is, I don't know if that gives them
it's that they don't want to have accountability for their input into it, so they want people to rally in their corner. Usually with people who run to their friends, girl, let me tell you what he did, because you want them to make you feel like that the decision that you made was the right decision and you weren't at fault and it's all their fault, and I need somebody to validate that. That's what that's about. So let's just keep it real. You run into everybody instead of talking to the person that you in love with or you trying to build a life with. If you're not having a conversation with them first, and figuring out how y'all can navigate and come to a, hey, maybe it's just you come to a, I agree to disagree, I love you too, and you keep moving, kiss, let's go. Or it's, okay, let's talk about it, let's work on it, let's handle it. But when you're in your instinct when you have conflict is to run and tell somebody, you're not mature, A, and B, you just want somebody to be in your amen corner. You don't want to be held accountable for your portion of what's going on. And you can't have an argument with yourself.
That's right.
That's all I got.
That's right.
And if you want any kind of personal development coaching, please hit me up. It's trying to help y'all out.
What you got to say, Paige?
Paige is in agreement to what I just said.
I totally agree.
We just got to be adults about stuff and stop playing games. Nobody got time for
but
that.
I think it's like just to be willing to listen and willing to learn and willing to do something different. We get so stuck in our comfort zone that we miss out on opportunities because we're just stuck in the comfort zone. You know, and so we have to learn how to get out of there, get out of that zone, in order to do something different, in order to elevate and go to the next spaces, being willing to get out of our comfort zone. And so we get so comfortable with the, well, this is just how I am. Take me as I am and keep it moving. Okay, yes, there are some aspects about each of us that we can't change. But then there are other things about us, those external things that we can change. You know, our lifestyle is changeable. Who
Absolutely.
we hang out with is changeable.
Exactly.
Who we entertain is changeable. What we do is changeable. And so it's the thing, we have to recognize what's changeable and what's not. And when we're talking about being in a relationship with people, are we, the things that we want to change, quote unquote, because they say you can't change the person, but things that we want to change, are we just changing things that are external, that are changeable? Or are we trying to change
The person.
The person. If you're trying to change the person, then I say move on.
Yeah.
Because you should be able to accept that person in his or her rawest form without them ever changing, because there's no guarantee that they will change. Right? But if we're talking about external things like change behavior, change things like that, I think that's reasonable. I think all of us have to do some level of changing in order to have a successful
Yeah, I mean,
relationship.
changing is growth. I mean, let's just keep it real. We're not who we were last year or even the year before that. And so, you know, it's nothing wrong with learning, growing, processing, but it's just, you just have to be with someone who's not so close-minded, that doesn't understand that change sometimes is needed. It's needed in everything, if you ask me. But I just think some people are just so stubborn and set in their ways, and they don't want to look beyond what they're conflicted. This is what I am. This is what I do. And so therefore, I'm not going to look at it from her angle or for his angle. Is what I'm used to, is what I know, and they're wrong. And that's the type of relationship you don't want to be in, because that person's not willing to grow or even empathize with your point of view. I mean, it's okay for you to not agree, but at least hear the person out and understand that where they're coming from. Because, you know, we talked about all this before about, you know, how your upbringing and things, you know, make you who you are. And that's how you make decisions. That's how you process relationships and so forth. Because what you saw or what you experienced or didn't experience. So a lot of times we have to give each other grace. That's one. But two, we have to understand that you're not going to always agree with everything a person is saying, but they have to be open to hearing what you're saying. That's all. Because no one's perfect, right? No. And we all come into the relationship with baggage and flaws and our own expectations. I think expectations is really what hurts relationships. Yeah. Because women go into relationships with a level of expectation that has not been communicated with the guy. And the guy comes in a relationship with their own set of, well, this is what she's supposed to be doing.
Oh, and reverse and vice versa.
And I just said that. Yeah. I mean, vice versa. We all come into relationships with expectations that are not fully communicated. That's why we keep saying that's where the conversation should happen.
And this also happens. People come in and over exceed these expectations. You have men and women that come in and over exceed these expectations, and that's just who that person is. That just, that's nothing. So, for instance, right? I'm just talking about people. Period. Yeah. I'm just saying. People come in at times and over exceed expectations, and then that is a draw too. That wants people, that turns people, on to wanting you more as well. So so like Paige was saying, it's some voids that get filled, but then somebody come in and then they feel more than that, and then you really be like, kind of like, well, damn, this what he been at, what she been, or what he been all my life, and then you ready to, what I'm saying? It's like you ready to move real quick. You ready to jump in real quick, boy. Like,
that's what I've been looking for.
But so what is that? What is that like, Tanya? Paige.
What is what like when you meet somebody?
Yeah, have you guys met somebody that checked all the boxes before?
Well, just be careful.
I've done that and jumped in head first.
Have you been a person that checked? Have you over exceeded the boxes before?
I have.
Okay.
I always do.
Always over exceed the boxes.
I do.
In y'all mind.
No, seriously, like I do.
No, I think I do. I just think that a lot of times it's the level of maturity that you meet people, and because I always say when I go in relationships, I'm very transparent, and this is just coming with age because I'm not young and I know what I want. So if I meet a guy and he seems attractive and we have a conversation, I'm going to be very transparent. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm not going to do. And I would like to spend some time with you. Are you in or out?
What does that mean?
That means I'm just trying to make sure you understand that this is just what I'm looking for. And
you just looking to spend some time with somebody.
Then that way he can come back and say, not what I'm looking for. Thank you, or let's just hang out. And then it's
that's the same thing. You just said just spend some time together.
Yeah, it just depends. But like I said, I'm very transparent, so I don't ever let a man just guess. Well, I don't know what she wants. She just going out. She just doing it. No, you know what I want. So if you know what I want, then there's no question. So I'm always very transparent. I'm not crazy. I ain't gonna slit your tires. I ain't outside your house. You don't answer my phone call, fine. That's your choice. You grown.
But what is okay? You said You said you want somebody to spend some time with, or and be able to just go out with, right? Right?
No, I'm looking for a husband.
Oh, you ain't say that.
No, but I wasn't
You ain't
trying to
say
go in.
transparent.
I wasn't trying to get in the weeds. I'm just telling
But
you.
okay, so that's what
when I meet
so you
someone
meet somebody
that I potentially want to. My intention is to meet a husband.
marriage.
So all of the things that I do and say has to align with me wanting a husband.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go head first into a relationship and not had that conversation with the person so they understand this is what I want.
Okay.
Right? Okay. And it's up to you to say, not what I want. I ain't in the mood for that or whatever.
Right. Say like
So just say what you want and be an adult about it. That's how I am. So that's how I know I exceed, because a lot of people like to play games. They like to talk around stuff and, well, we can just hang. No, we're not hanging. I'm not in high school. We're not hanging at the mall.
At the mall?
No. That's not what I'm doing. You know,
old man take you to the mall?
Precious. I ain't got time to be sitting around the mall geek and ka. What we doing?
All right, so let me ask y'all this, right? Once women get to the next step, right? You say, okay, well, I want more. I want to get married, right? Right? And then, what is the is there a blueprint for that, and a timetable
Not necessarily.
I mean, do you mention marriage in the first 3 months? I mean,
Like
do
I
you
said,
I mean,
if you
talk
say in the
about
beginning that you are looking to get married, I
wanna
already
be married?
established that.
Okay, so
Now, I'm not
right.
telling you got to marry me today.
But
What
that's
I'm
my
telling you
intention.
is,
Right, but then
I'm
you
speaking.
but what I'm saying, a lot of
I don't
women,
put a timeline on it.
okay, so okay.
Only-
okay.
Well, wait a minute.
Well,
Let me
yep,
rewind that.
That's right.
Because you're
okay.
not going to be dating me for 3 years either.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So
you
you
just
do
said you're
have
not
to-
going to put
you
a
do-
timeline on it,
you
but you
do
are
have to
going to
have-
put a.
yeah, you do
so
have to put a
Are you
timeline.
going to tell him you have to marry me within 3 years?
No,
Is
I
that
don't-
transparent?
no,
Because that's
that's-
transparent.
No, because you got to see how it's going to go. I mean,
If we're together, you're going to marry
I'm
me
not-
within 3
So
years.
this
If
is
it's
my
not
thing.
working,
no.
this
When I'm trying to be in a relationship, the first thing I let a guy know, I'm not interested in casually dating. I'm not interested in the booty call, and I want to get married. That is not your intentions. This is not going to work for me.
Right.
Like Tanya said, that doesn't mean I'm going to marry you. Right. But
Exactly.
we just have to be in the same mindset
Yes.
that if things go well with us, marriage is the end game.
Right.
if things go well.
Exactly, because we
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
cool. That's
But-
cool.
but-
Yeah. If
but
things
I'm
go
just
well,
trying
that's
to
with
make
any
sure-
damn body,
no,
really.
No, it's not. There are some men who don't want to. They've been divorced. They don't want to get married again.
Oh, okay, yeah, we're
There
talking
are
like
some
that. Yeah,
men
yeah,
who
yeah.
They like being
believe in
they like
marriage at
yeah.
all.
No, and there's
There's
some that just want to
people
be
who
a
believe in,
bachelor.
I want to be married. Yeah, we can get married, but maybe 10 years from now. Like Tanya said to me, there's a timeline.
Oh.
Right? Within a year of us dating, if you haven't realized that I'm the one, I'm probably not. Because
Okay.
it's not going to take you that
It's
long.
not
Does
gonna
that
take you
mean
that
that we're
long. It's not
going to
even
get
gonna take you a
married in a
year.
year? No. But in about a year and a half, we need to be engaged.
Oh
We need to
shit.
be engaged in about a year and a half. At our age now.
Yeah, it depends on the
At
age.
our age
And
now.
listen, and I'm much older than you guys, so
So-
toward the goal.
Well,
Right,
we're
right,
talking
right.
about young. I think 30 and under. Take your time.
yeah, you ain't got to worry about trying to
Take
be.
your time.
No, yeah, because you're young. You're
You
still
don't even
trying to
know
find
who you
yourself.
are, so
But-
get
Go
yourself-
out there and have your whole
But
phases.
yes, get it out.
That's it.
Get it out.
That's
Go
it.
have your whole
Have your
phase
fun.
early.
30 and up, we know what we want. We should know what we want. We should be in a more stable place in life. And so getting engaged a year to a year and a half after being in a relationship at our age is not unheard of.
No, it's not unheard
and
of.
it shouldn't take you longer than that. If it take you longer
The
than
rela-
that,
if the relationship is going good for that year and a half,
that's what I'm saying. But if it
the
take
relationship
longer
got to
than
be
that,
going
No,
good
but-
for a year and a half. You're not finna just say I'm finna marry somebody.
I think that's
And-
I don't think that's realistic though.
No,
what you
it's
just
real.
said.
Oh yeah, it's realistic. It's
but
realistic.
What are you saying? You want a perfect relationship?
that's not
The
gonna happen.
No.
relationship is gonna have
Nobody
problems.
said nothing about perfect, but you better have way more ups and downs and way more chemistry than not being chemistry with that person and like being around them.
Right.
That's the thing.
right.
You
You
got
gotta
to
like the person.
you got to like being around them and then like the fact that they're who they are. You like that. You like being around that because if you talking about just marrying somebody just because you done been with them for a year and a half, hell no.
No one is saying that.
I know what you're saying, but I'm saying this because people out there don't know, they need to hear something. They need to hear this too. Don't just get married just because you done been with somebody for a year and a half or 2 years or whatever.
Don't get married for the time.
You know what I'm
for them.
saying?
You need to make
That's
sure
what I'm
that
saying.
It's in line
It don't-
with
yes,
where
with-
you're going.
with-
But you need to spend time and figuring out
Also
what
with-
it is that what you want and where your purpose lies, and make sure that that person is in line. Because a lot of people settle. A lot of people
Don't.
just marry who is around them.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's crazy.
That's what I be talking about.
about.
That's what the hell I be talking about.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about. So these people don't love each other. They just get married for convenience. And that's what I'm saying. You normally, you know what I'm saying, when I see love, people that's in love, right? They spend a lot of time together. They spend a lot of time together. And you know what else they doing? They trying to find ways that they can quit their damn job to spend more time with this mother. Where they can work together, where they can be entrepreneurs and somewhere they just can be around this person more.
Yeah.
And
I think you know.
And that's just look at just look at.
And just know it's not without challenge, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's not.
Well, if you're trying to quit your job, of course it's gonna be with some challenges.
No,
we're not.
I'm
To be around somebody all the time.
Itself, it's not without challenge.
Because anything worth fighting for is gonna
exactly.
It's gonna be work.
It's going to be challenge. It's going to cause you to become a person that you've never been before.
Man up, warming up.
Yes. It's going to cause you to grow up, and it's going to cause you to be someone that you've never had before. Because if you have been this before, you would have been married by now. So it's going to cause you to become a version of yourself that you've never been before, and that is scary for some people. Exactly. It's scary for some people. But to know that if you're going to be with the one, it's going to require a different level of you.
A whole
and you got to be ready for that. Because if you're not mentally ready for that, forget it. Don't do it.
Whole different level.
Well,
and that's the same thing go for jumping into a relationship anyways. Whole different level.
The time together doesn't matter. You got people who met after 3 weeks
and
they've been married for 30 years. It's not about that. It's about how you spend the time. If you take sex out the equation and you actually spend time getting to know the person, I'm telling you, there's a lot that can happen outside the bedroom. There's a lot of intimacy and connection that can happen outside the bedroom when you put sex on the back burner and you invest in getting to know the person, asking all the questions. I like to play 20 questions or even more than that. And then just ask questions, things that, are beyond what's your favorite color and what's your favorite food.
I'm with that. I'm with that the first 6 weeks. I'm with all the questions being asked the first 6 weeks. I expose everything. But listen, later on, don't come back asking me these same damn questions like this gonna be. We got to grow.
If you got a woman that's asking questions and then ask the question again, then maybe your actions are not aligned with what you're saying.
I don't know, boy.
That's the other part.
I don't know.
That's a whole segment right there.
Yep. That too.
We will be back, you guys.
For
Power Plug Radio.
Testimonial Tuesdays.
Testimonial.
So we will see you guys in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Peace. Have a good day.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio. Home of your throwback jams.
And I know it ain't fair, but we just don't care. Ain't no other cats got love for me. Ain't no cats gon' bust love for me. Ain't no cats gon' shed blood for me. But my dog is gon' be a thug for me. Ain't no other cats got love for me. Ain't no cats gon' bust love for me. Ain't no cats gon' shed blood for me. But my dog is gon' be a thug for me. If I'm gonna rob, I'ma rob all night. If I'm looking for something, it's probably a fight. If I'm going fuck, then they better be tight. If that's dead, then the head better be right. If I got to play, I'ma play till I win. Since I got to be here, can't wait to begin. Wanna shorty, can't stand shorty friend. Cause honey friend, many, many men. Stay with the rats, cause the rats is real. Wanna then we already know the deal. Shit, what you look like, just show the real. And I keep a spot that we can go to chill. I love my get down for the what? Only reason I come around is for the what? Pipe work, I lay it down for the what? Hit them off with that dark brown, you know? Ain't no other cats got love for me. Ain't no cats gon' bust love for me. Ain't no cats